Hi, I'm back, delicate as I am. I was coming back to um, just because I said I was going to do it, and I just have to stay consistent. And um, today is the first day that I started to record, to express myself, to heal myself through communicating. Um, so I was just stopping by to maybe just give some encouraging words. Not quite sure what how this YouTube channel is going to go, where is it going to be led to, but I do know that I wanted to highlight a couple of things that I was talking about, so I wrote down a couple of things that we were talking about, like over the year. I said that I've been through quite a bit. Let's start with June. That's when I did my first Dear Me interview. It's not an interview. It was just I was recording. I woke up excited like I did this morning in June. Let's see, June. I was in Texas. I came back to Louisiana. Got enrolled into school for billing and coding. Didn't work out. I was persistent and consistent, and I had roadblocks. And things kind of folded with that. The end of June, it was drastic. Domestic things going on, guns getting pulled out in front of my kids. So I thought that maybe, they need a little therapy, a little help. July, 4th of July, two of my girls are born in the month of July, so they had birthday parties. Incident happened with that, with the guy I was dating. He got a little excited with my cousin, and her friend came over to a private party, and that ended that. August, stopped working the same month. September, can't remember about September. October, it's some things that went on in October, just can't remember it all. November, around Thanksgiving time. Oh no, that was the year before. I just been at a standstill, enjoying the time that I have to be with my children during the COVID. I think I'm blessed. I live in public housing right now, so I'm coming from the projects to the palace. I'm not ashamed of that, but I do have some topics to talk about with living in public housing. I saw a couple of videos about people talking about that, but I want to enlighten people on some things that kind of hinder and hold us back. It's small things to many, but if you go deep within, it's a little more. You can understand why it holds you back. It's like having a washer machine and no dryer. The days it rain, we're stuck with wet clothes in the house unless we drying it all over the house, and then that way we may be in violation if someone comes through because clothes all over the house. Or the fact that, like, my car got towed 2 Sundays ago because I'm in public housing. I'm not working. It was a gift for my son for his graduation. Shout out to the 2021 graduates. I didn't have insurance, so I wasn't able to get the proper tags. It was sitting there for some months, and it was towed. So I think policies and procedures should always be evaluated and looked over when it comes to certain situations and circumstances. I'm not mad. I'm not going to blame anyone, but I am upset about it. It was a little hurtful that now that I don't have a gift in the world to give my son, well, he knows that I love him. He's not materialistic, but he is so deserving of it. He works so hard, and he was working so hard to be at the top 10, 15 of his class. Missed it just by a little bit, but I'm still proud of him. The family is still proud of him. And I felt that car would be a great investment into his future, especially going to school or whatever, working, whatever he wanted. But I lost that. More opportunities will come. The flooding, the water gets so high. So if you have a car, you got to be careful of how you come in and come out. Let's see. It's just certain things that we have to realize, hey, if you want better, you do better to get the lifestyle that you choose. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm just speaking on it. Hanging the clothes out on the line is not the 2021 idea of 1921 maybe, but of having fresh clothes, going into an interview, going to work. They say it's just a different fragrance when you dry your clothes out on the line versus drying them in a dryer with the dryer sheets. So if I want better, I'm going to have to do better. That's that. So let's see, that was October, November, December, Christmas time. Then January came around. We had a big storm. I enrolled into film school. LA Film School is the best. Okay. But before, when I was in a medical training college, I do have to give a shout out to the government for assisting those who want to do better for themselves. They paid for the school. When I did, my transportation went down the first time, they had a taxi there available, so that it's out there. So I cannot bash anything or anyone. That's not my goal or the reason why I'm speaking out to clear and heal my energy and atmosphere. I just see things in my life that needs to be improved, and I'm just aiming to and guiding myself to get there. Let's see. Oh, it's 6 minutes. I don't know how the upload things go, but I am in. Oh, yeah, I am just enlightening people to stay focused, no matter what the circumstances are, the situation is. Fight for your rights. Fight for yourself to be better, to build. I'm in my room. I'm going through paperwork. Clothes are all around. I'm going to start my first job today. It's been a while, since August of last year. So I have to be there at 5 to 10. How I'm going to get there, all that stuff. Don't know. I'm working on it. I'm letting the day flow. It's going to happen. How I'm going to get home after 10 o'clock. I'm seeing I don't have no kids out there, so I can get home, walk, bus, lift. It's so many different ways, but I got to stretch my $40. I like to speak on positive things that towards not so positive circumstances, situations. I'm a little bit all over the place, so I'm just doing a real open, top of the dome type of conversation with everyone. Just then I can go back into pinpoint and bullet and have the intro, body, and conclusion of day to day. Just giving an intro of where I'm at in my life. And then as we go and grow, you guys will learn who I am. This is where I am. And the where I am in my life today does not define who I am. And I encourage all of you guys to look at things in that way, because that's what keeps you pumping and growing, and good things come to you when you think that way. So I was a bit all over the place. So dealing with mental health, that's a big thing here. I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So Zion City. And I like how I love the environment. It's a beautiful landscape. You're going to get some shots. Yeah, you're going to get it's Zion City. But the beautiful thing is I am in Zion. This is my Zion. So this is my safety net until I am motioned to go elsewhere. So I call this is the delta back here. This is the rainforest. So I make it into what it is. I have a little small flower garden I want to grow to enhance my environment. I'm for the community. And I think I'm going to end it here, and then I'm going to come back to the other topics that's leading up from I left off with me starting in school for the LA Film School in February. And then I will touch on the topics of in March when I whipped my children. I left marks on them. I'm like a Madea for real. I don't play no games with my children, but I do love my children dearly. I dedicated my adulthood to my children to stay focused with them and on them in and out of my marriage, back and forth, 16 years, divorced August. So this coming August is going to make 1 year. Jumbling all over the place, not knowing if anyone's going to watch it. The point of it is for me to self-reflect so that I can envision myself to where I want to be. Because sometimes when you self-reflect, you see where you are and where you stagnated, what's holding you, what you see is not the prettiest. And it's okay not to be too pretty. You're rare. But I do want to touch on the topics of me hurting my children. And that happened in April. I whooped my babies. I just picked something up off the ground, a little cord that was, the little things that connect into something, and I whooped them. I gave them a couple. It wasn't a whooping like back, look, 5 minute, 2 minute. It was pops with it, and it was wrong. And I do like the fact that how the celebrities are on YouTube showing the love and compassion towards their loved ones and their children. And just because I did not grow up with it, or I was disciplined a certain way, does not mean that I have to carry it on towards my children. But I don't interact with children that think they can be disrespectful, and I'm working on that. So they called, I called, once I did whoop them, I had called a family member, and like, I didn't outcry. I told them, hey, I whipped my children too hard and I see that I left whoops on them. Can you come get them? I had money on my Cash App. I sent her $70. I gave her my food stamp card. That was a Saturday. That Monday, this other family member that I outcried to went up to the school and said they wanted to do a checkup on the kids. And then when that happened, the school had to get involved. And so I got CPS in my life. But I am a loving mother. I am a loving person. Can't nobody take that from me, and they can't come into my household and tell me that I'm not. I discipline my children accordingly. Talking. I did get frustrated. I was a frustrated time. I'm an introvert. I have no support or help, and I'm doing things on my own. It's not an excuse to whip my children out of anger, and I've grown from it. But that's not the life lesson that somebody else feel that they can give me. It wasn't a wake-up call at all, but I do appreciate seeing the love and the compassion on YouTube when I see the families coming together, because that's not something I've received. But that did not stop me from learning how to give it to my children when they were born. So learned behavior is correctable. You can correct that. It's fixable. But when you do feel yourself reverting back to childhood wounds yourself, that's where the life lesson is. The life lesson is not given from the people who feel that they're obligated to call protective services. It's from you yourself. That's when you really get it. This wasn't the first time that I whipped my kids in. They called Child Protective Service on me. The first time it was my son, and I pray that the one that the car got towed for his graduation. So I had whooped him. He's a little light skinned than them, and they got a little wound. He got a little scratch on him somewhere. I don't know. It was a long time ago. He's 17 now. So the school, I sent him to school, not thinking nothing of it. It's a mark. Every kid catch a whooping, and the teacher saw it or he reported it. I don't know. It's not, hey, that's what their job is. If you see a child is in danger, call them people. Right. So they called, and that was the first offense. The second offense is that I had got into a fight with my stepsister when I was living with my dad and my stepmom, and I moved into public housing again in another state and taking care of my kids, freshly there. And I'm so blessed to have my Uncle Joe. Shouts out to all the Uncle Joes. He had brought some furniture pieces to me the week or two before it all happened. Blessing in disguise, because that's why they called the CPS out to me, because I had just moved into that apartment and I didn't have any real furniture other than just one bed that I had moved down to that city with my dad when I was living with them. And I didn't know that they can call a CPS on you if you don't have furniture. I had food because I had food stamps, but I also was working at a hotel and I was substituting during the day. So I had the income, I had food, and I had a little bit of furniture, and they was asking, hey, where do you guys sleep? This is the amount of kids that can sleep in this bed. So I was like, well, I sleep on the couch. So that was a blessing. It was a neighbor next door. Shout out to her and her family. I love them. I was disconnected from them, but I love them. They gave me, they had 2 sets of couches, and they gave me one. And God is so true. He put people in your life. That was the second time. So this was the third time. So with me whooping my girls, it's a gap in between my children. I had my sons first, and then my youngest son is 15 and my oldest daughter is 7. So there's me. I'm going to recap and go through these videos. This is a long video. I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to make bullet points to kind of break things down of where I am, not who I am right now. And a full life ahead of me. So those were the 3 offenses that I have. And with me being a community activist, that I just love working with the community. I want to build a community. I have many business plans that will come through, that will happen, but they're saying that now they sent a letter saying that for 7 years, it may be on my record, or I won't be able to work with children, but my whole business plan is revolved around working with children. But hey, I may be sent down another path or another way to do it, but I am going to fight that because I have been given a vision, and I will see that vision through. And there's no way that I will allow the system to hold me back. I can't even hold myself back, truly, the way that I've allowed myself to hold or sit back, so now it's time to come through. So I am delicate as I am. This is almost 19 minutes. I just want to see where I'm going to go with this for myself. I don't even know if anyone else is going to watch it. That's not my concern. My concern is to heal and to grow. And if someone does see it, that it will be enlightening to them and to their life, and to just, to tell my story that it may help someone else. I'm not perfect. I ain't trying to be perfect, because I did say that I will whoop my children again if I have to. I don't whoop them. I talk to them so much that they feel that, oh, she's not going to do it. She always just say it. They're going to go with their dad for the summer. I had to make that happen. I even, when the Child Protective Service came, I cried and said, can you call their dad so he can just be more involved? Can you call him so he can get them more? Can you just go ahead and take him there for a year? I might, when I fight this, I don't know, appeal or whatever, hearing, I'm going to set up a plan for myself. Give me a year and a half. You take your children. Let me build myself. Since you always speak negative, I'm not talking negative towards him. It's just the conversations we had, because I haven't worked consistently as an adult. That's maybe why a lot of my family members don't deal with me, because I'm not consistent the way that they see me or would like to see me. But I can't hold nobody for judging my life. But are they just too busy to be a part of mine? So I can't judge anybody or be mad at anybody for not. I wasn't able to be consistent with keeping up a phone and things like that. I just wasn't there, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case was. So this is where I'm at. And it's time for me to build a group that can meet me where I'm at. And because I do need help and support. Not trusting people to see where to get it. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, because time is passing. It's going to be my first day for working. Just a part-time job. While the kids are going to be gone for the summer, that they're going to be gone. I'm just ready to work and vacay and have some time to me and reflect. And now that I started this YouTube channel, I'll have someone to talk, myself to talk to. But I will be watching the YouTube channels that do inspire me. I've been watching a community of working on my spirituality, learning different things, not letting it lead me and guide me, because I only have one Savior. I am a believer of Christ. No shade. Like, he has brought me through so much, through being held hostage for 3 days by an ex, my brother having to come get me, due to him not wanting to end a relationship. It's just a lot, and I have a story to tell. I might tell the story in films and in different characters, because maybe I don't want everyone to know that it was me right now. That's where I'm at, and I'm releasing all of it, all the residue. Dating guys, the wrong guys. In between my breakups, I dated maybe 4. I think 4. If it was more, they wasn't even important. Must have been. I am a Southern Belle. I'm from Baton Rouge. I was born in Earl K. Long, raised in Texas. I'm trying to go to 25 minutes, but we'll see. This is where I'm at. And I just want to encourage you guys, speak life over you guys, to stay encouraged. Everyone has a story. Everyone has battles. Don't be afraid or ashamed of who you are and where you are in your life. You write your story. The others that dictate or the distractions in your life, they're only to keystones. They don't even have to be mentioned or talked about. Just know that it happened for a reason, and it was for a season. It doesn't last always. So I'm not gonna keep going and talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it there at 23 minutes. Delicate as I am, it's nice to meet you.